Hi everyone, Angela from Growing Roots here, and today we're going to do a December houseplant tour so that you can see all of my beautiful plant babies and how they have not died over the course of the past month. All right, here we go. All right, friends. Okay, we're ready. Okay, so I figured we would start with the terrarium since that was my last major project that we did, and I had some problems. Okay, so you can see it still looks cute, but it's definitely not as full and lush. The staghorn has done really great. There's some new leaves or prawns coming out, but we have some clear issues. I think what happened is that I put too much water in here and I didn't have any airflow, because you can see like over here on the crispy wave, we had some death. I lost like 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves, and like my heart-shaped fern struggling. This guy, we just have some issues. It got, oh, and look at the cypress. I'm gonna take him out completely and see if I can salvage him. Anyways, I've learned that with a terrarium, you need some kind of airflow in here. So since I have done this, like since I started this, I went ahead and took one of these chips right here, and I've set it over in the corner, and I've propped it up. Actually, I had it a little bit higher so that there's a little bit more air going in there, but I think that that has helped kind of dry it out a bit. Now I definitely need some watering at this point. You can see like how dry the soil is, and this poor guy over here, but there's a new baby, so it's gonna survive. Anyways, I let it get too wet and moist without any airflow, and I think that was my big problem. So check back next month to see if I have new growth, if I found like the true success with this. Okay, what else do we have here? There's the sweet little penny. Oh, and here, I'm gonna turn this around for a second. Okay, so if any of you know, or I should say if you're new here, you might not know that we are building an addition to our house, and it's beautiful and it's coming along very well, but Dan and I are doing it ourselves, mostly Dan, so it's taking a little bit of time. I lost all of the natural sunlight in my kitchen, which is like directly behind us, and so I had to just kind of move all my plants out here, and they're not in a great place, but they have really nice lighting out here, so it works. But I just kind of have them shoved in a corner, and like next month when we're done with the flooring in here, we'll find their forever homes. So you can stay tuned for that. Okay, but back to the plants. That's what you're really here for. Okay, so this is one of my Wandering Jew cuttings from the yard. And it's doing great. I cut it back a ton. You can see like right there and here, because it was getting so leggy, and I just wanted it to be a little bit fuller. So I pruned it quite a bit last, I don't know, a week or so ago. Here's one of my little hostas from the garden that was just too little and frail, and I had it in a pot, so I decided to bring it in the house to overwinter it instead of putting it in the ground. I moved my aloe out into the addition here, and it seems happy, except for this. I don't know what happened to this guy. He's kind of broken, but he's not dead yet, so I'm just gonna leave him and see if he perks up. Ooh, my starfish sansevieria. I think that's what it's called. Look how cute. Yes, he's doing great. This guy right here is brand new. Like, once I brought him home, he shot that out. So hopefully we have another one. Another one of my sansevierias, really, you can see that bright green. That means it's new growth. So it's growing so well since I brought it home this fall. This is one of my coleus from outside. I forgot to water it for like way too long. And so it's not like doing great. I lost a lot of leaves. I think this one might be like dead forever. But this was just an experiment for me. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. We'll see if it survives the winter. If not, it's a $7 plant and I'll buy another one. My snake plants, again, doing great. Oh, here are some cuttings, okay? So my mother plant, where is she? Oh, she's over here. Sorry, I was looking. Okay, bear with me. Just junky yard or house. Anyways, mother plant, got her repotted. She is doing so well. Look at all that bright green new growth. I think we're even getting our variegation back. She was so stressed, but I think all these new leaves, look at that, all the new leaves, there we go, are gonna have the variegation again. And here are the newest set of babies, I should say. There, that's our siding, by the way, looks great. The kids are playing tic-tac-toe. Anyways, look, the variegation has returned. So this is an interesting thing about this plant, this spider plant, that it loses its variegation when it gets stressed, or sometimes if like it gets too hot or too dry, or root bound. This one is incredibly root bound. But anyways, it's all doing great. I cut off all the babies. These are like not even a quarter of the babies. I haven't really cleaned out here in a while. But yeah, they're looking so good, you know? Look at that. So these will all be gifted to family and friends. Oh my gosh, look at this, a new plant, you guys. I think it's called a Swedish ivy. My mother-in-law brought it when they came for Thanksgiving. I know absolutely nothing about it. I haven't even watered it since she gave it to me. But the soil seems fine. The plant looks healthy. It traveled all the way from Delaware, and we're in Missouri. And look at that bright green growth. It looks like it's doing well. So I'll keep you posted on this, because I don't know, like I said, at this point, I'm just keeping it alive. We'll see what else happens. Oh, here's one of my spear ivies, or spear point, or spear ivies, or I don't know what it's called. You guys know I'm terrible with names. We've had some wins and losses with this plant. It takes a little bit more water than I think I always remember to give it. But it's still alive. So, you know, we're working on that. Oh, look, some more wandering Jew cuttings, and there's even some more over there. These guys are all just sitting in water. Here, let me show you. There. Look at all those roots, baby. Yeah. So I just change out the water like twice a week when I'm doing a good job. Sometimes it's just once a week when I remember. But my goal with this, like I said, is just to you know, overwinter some plants in the house so that I don't have to purchase so many for the yard. Now, this is like my success story. Don't look at the poinsettias. This right here is a success story, guys. Okay. I don't even know. I'm going to put it on the doghouse so I can show you. Okay. I got this at Lowe's this summer, and it was in the worst shape of its entire life. And I cut like I don't know, there were 6 legs that were 3 or 4 feet long, and I just cut them all off. And because I just wanted the plant to grow fuller in the center. And you can see, let's see here, new growth, new growth, new growth, new growth. Like, oh, it's so exciting. Look, even over here. So it's kind of like a pinky fleshy. That's a new leaf, which is not like the cutest, but that's how you know that it's growing. Look at that. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. You can see those 3 are like new and healthy. And so anyways, this plant, I'm like really, I don't know, proud of myself. What is this? A heart-shaped philodendron, I think. Look at all these new leaves. Anyways, I'll show you the propagation station in the kitchen in a minute, and in like many minutes. And I'm gonna try, my goal is to fill in this section right here with the cuttings from the long, from the, you know, the legs that I cut off. Like you can see right there, I cut that bad boy off, and I'm gonna try to fill it in here to make like a really full bushy plant. Anyways, I think it's just, I just think it's gorgeous. And I'm really excited to hopefully, you know, keep it alive. Okay, so what else did we say? Oh, here's my Norfolk pine. If you haven't watched the video I did about this, you can buy these like everywhere at Walmart right now, because they're like perfect for the holidays. They are tropical plants. They're not actually pine trees. So you can see I'm a little brown and crusty a little bit there. They require a little bit more humidity than I think I'm used to giving my plants. Anyways, that Minnesota drawing was colored 100 years ago by my great-grandma Ethel Govan Evans. Anyways, not that you guys really care. My poinsettias have had the toughest time. This is a no draining pot. There are no holes, and I'm just not doing great. Look, I'm losing all these leaves. The dogs have attacked it. It's just embarrassing. I don't know anything about poinsettias. I just thought they were pretty, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that. Well, not successful. Okay, anyways. Oh, and then my monstera, of course. How could I forget? Look at that beast. Oh, look at that new leaf. I didn't even know that one was there. Let me see. There was another one. It needs to be dusted. I can't even tell you guys where my newest leaf is. How embarrassing. Oh, here it is. See, it was hiding. There you go. Look at that. So gorgeous. Anyways, this plant has been done really well. I tied it up. Let's see. Or like resituated my pole to see if that would help. Because it's just like so big. Look at that. It looks great though. But my leaves definitely need some dusting. I have a video about monstera care, so if you're interested, you can go check that out. But you can see down here, I need to take some cuttings. I'm just too afraid to cut a plant. I mean, some plants I am, some plants I'm not. This one I'm a little afraid to cut. Because like, what if it dies? Like, who wants to kill that leaf? You know what I mean? I don't. Okay, so here we are. I'm gonna pause. We're gonna move over to the next room. Okay, I think we're back. So this plant was one of my coworkers' plants, and I took all of the leaves from, it had, I don't know, it had 3 legs. It's just, I think it's just like a golden pothos, maybe? Or philodendron. You know I don't know names. But she had this beautiful plant that's now in my office, and it had a couple legs that were like 6-7 feet long. They were so long, but they weren't full. And so I cut them off. I've been propagating them in water. Look at this. The reason this guy is still in water, which I switch every 2 to 3 days, the reason he's still in water is because I don't have any soil at my house. I have to go shopping. But look at those roots, baby. Okay, so anyways, also we're getting a new kitchen, so disclaimer again. Anyways, these guys have been brought over into soil because I had some, and they are doing so well. At this point, I just haven't brought them into the office to give back to other coworkers because it's cold outside. Except it's like 50 degrees today, so if I remember, I'll bring them back to work. And then, like I said, I had some other cuttings here, okay? So this is the heart-shaped philodendron. You can see finally have some roots down there. Guys, I did this, I can't even tell you, 2 months ago. It was definitely October that I made all these cuttings. And it took so long to get roots. Here we go. Here's another. This is the heart-leaf philodendron again. There we go. But we finally have roots. So these guys, I am waiting a little bit longer to get more established roots before I put in soil. I'll show you over by my grow lamp what I did with the other cuttings, because I have 3 sets of those. And then I have my silver satin pothos, which I'll show you in the other room as well. But there we go. Finally have some roots on these guys too. They are just so slow at rooting that I'm just giving them plenty of time before I put them over in soil, because I want to make sure they survive. This is, like I said before, I have a video of my favorite houseplants. Satin pothos is definitely one of them. Here's one of my Jenny peperomias. Jenny like Virginia, I think. It has the sweetest pink edges. There's a lot of new growth on this plant, and I think probably because I keep it under the grow light. It's succulent-ish. It dries out really fast. I have it in a really well-draining soil. But I'd attribute all this success to, and the new growth, you can see kind of down there in the middle, definitely attribute it to the grow light. Okay, you're not going to see like incredibly well because it's so bright, but there's some air plants hiding up here. I'm not going to go all the way and show you all my air plants because they're in a totally different room of the house. But here is my Ruby Cascade peperomia. Look at this, you guys. If you've been watching my house tours, you've seen how this guy's grown. He is, look at that, 7 inches. Where are we? 7 inches from the countertop. I've promised some of you half-baked plants, for sure that you can have some cuttings, and you definitely can. I've just been not great about following through. We've been sick. We've had like 6 rounds of sicknesses and chiropractic appointments, and the holidays has just like killed us. But anyways, I don't know if you can see the back of this, you guys. Look at that burgundy. It's so gorgeous. Anyways, I do promise we will get cuttings out. So if you're interested, message me or comment below and we will get connected. Okay. All right. I'm going to pause again and we'll head over to the next last room. This is my money tree. Look at these leaves, you guys. My husband got this for Mother's Day. I had to think if it was our anniversary or Mother's Day. Either way, this is the one and only plant my husband has ever purchased for me, so I love it dearly. And it is happy and healthy and growing so well. My other favorite plant here, I just told you guys about, my silver satin pothos. I'm starting to let it get a little leggy, which I don't really like the look of leggy plants. I really like them full and lush at the top, but this guy, I put him in an extra tall pot. He's actually in a grower's pot. I don't know if you can even see. And that only comes down to about here, and I have it stacked on something so that it has that appearance of height, but it's not in a pot that's deep. These don't have holes in them, which I need holes because I've got watering issues. But yeah, so I think I'll eventually trim him back again because I don't like leggy. I like full and lush. But for now, we're just kind of enjoying it. And then you guys know my calathea. Love, hates, mostly hates me. I let it get too dry when we went on a vacation this summer. And ever since then, it's just been like just holding on. Look at these curled, dried leaves. I know it's gone dormant for the winter, so I'm not going to throw it out yet because it's not quite dead. I'm hoping that in the spring I can get it some, new food and get it in its strong growing cycle again, and maybe it will survive because I did pretty good with it last spring and summer. And it's so gorgeous. Like, these leaves are damaged, but these are little pink that turn white, like variegation or striations. I don't know. It's the Calathea pinstripe. I think ornata maybe. Anyways, I think it's so gorgeous, and I love, 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 but it hates me. So we're just going to hold on. Like 3 times I've had my hand on the pot to throw it out. But I'm not going to yet. We're going to try again one more time to see if we can survive. And then, okay, don't get motion sick, our beautiful tree that has 2 ornaments on because Ma's lazy this year. But back behind there, we have a cutting. Let's see if we can get there. A Sansevieria cutting from the original mother plant that you guys already saw. And then my loves, my Sansevieria moonshine here on the left, which has 2 babies that are growing right there. They are so tall now. They look like little rabbit ears. That's why I love them. And then my shark fin, whale fin. I don't know. I never remember names, you guys. I need to like write it down. Anyways, this thing is just gorgeous. I bought it last year up at Family Tree in Overland Park. If you can see my hand, that's 7 inches. So this is like a huge fin, and it's so gorgeous. And on the outside or the edge of the leaf, there's this beautiful like fleshy color. You can't really see it on the camera. But the pot like makes that little edge glow. It's so gorgeous in real life, you guys. I want to bring it to the office so that more people can see it, but I don't want to move it because I don't want it to hate life. So in the corner, it stays. This is a not operational fireplace. We actually even have the chimney like blocked off. Actually, it doesn't exist. Anyways, okay. Last round, you guys. Here are my string of pearls. These guys, oops, I guess I have him like layered in there. They're doing so well. Under a grow light, 12 hours a day. Look at those. Beautiful and lush. Lots of new growth. I water about once a week, and we keep under the grow lights. Let's see if I can get it back in here without dying. Steve got into these. I don't know if you heard the story, but Steve got into these and like destroyed them completely. So it basically started from scratch. Okay, my phone is telling me that I gotta go. I got 3 seconds.